Hello, it is that time. Happy Monday, everybody. I legit for 2 seconds thought that I said the wrong day. So it's been that kind of day. Lydia, hello. Dragon, hello. First one in the chat, you beat me. I was a little tardy to the party. Uberdead, hello. Ninja, good evening. How is everyone doing? Dragon the red. Yeah, I think the red might be just kind of like a nice staple. At first I was gonna have like a hat or like a beanie or like something. So like I said, whenever I have my hair in a ponytail, I feel like I'm just too like nude about the head. I feel like I need something else. So the fun bangs are fun. And speaking of hair, about 40 minutes ago, I actually got a haircut. So we chopped off about 3 inches. It was getting so long, but we've got a nice blunt. All of the dead ends are gone. They're in the hair cemetery. The cemetery. So I feel much better now. Less tangles, more free. How is everyone else doing? Did you have any sort of celebratory firework type of affair on Saturday? Hopefully everybody's coming back with a nice 10. Definitely important. I watched nothing. I heard them going off and I was like, I could just look out the window because I'm not too far from an area that sets them off for like football games. Like it's school. And they do other sorts of events and things. Like, I heard them up. I'm like, I could just literally turn around and open the blinds. Nah. So I watched none. People sent me videos of their displays that they got to check out, but that was all she wrote for me. So I didn't do anything of that type of nature. I had a very productive weekend though. I had so many things that I needed to catch up on and like tasks that were half finished for quite some time. And I was like, I just need to carve out the time and just do it because we're already like halfway through the year. We're halfway through the year, you guys. It's going so fast. So, I posted a picture somewhere on socials, I can't remember, of like my craft room / now streaming space. And it was like a complete overhaul. I had fabric, I had random like beads and other like craft type things. I had bags of fabric just sitting, and so everything got either organized, put away, or if it was like a simple project, like I had some earrings that I really liked, but they didn't have like hooks. Like I made the earrings, but they just didn't have hooks. So I was like, well, dumb, just get over yourself, put the hooks on, and now boom, you got earrings and you don't have just stuff hanging out everywhere. So everything like on my desk right here is all like done and complete, or it is tidied. And that is such a huge lift. You guys don't even know. Because like I would see it and I'm like, oh God, I need to do this. Well, I'll just do this one thing first. Well, I'll just do this one thing first. And then it was just like compounding of like, hey, look at all these things you haven't done. And then I was getting like stage fright for my own crafting. It's a very weird, like, complex. Ninja, you had a rainy Saturday? I would give anything. Like, right now, my dream, birthday update, still don't have plans. Go figure. But my dream, what I'm putting out into the ether, is a rainy day, and I want my phone to die, and I want my charger to get run over by a truck, and be completely off the grid in the rain, and then I want to read. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. I want to disconnect, and I want to read, and probably have a whole bottle of wine. That sounds fantastic. Uberdead, you played Retail Zombie this weekend. Still kind of undead. I'm so sorry to hear that. Hopefully it was a manageable shift. I mean, it's Retail Zombie no matter what, but hopefully it wasn't like extended Retail Zombie. So, on a scale of 1 to they're coming to get you, Barbara, how are you feeling now? Lydia, I wish it rained here on Saturday so bozos wouldn't light off fireworks. Yeah. I feel like you got way more than we did. So, I don't know. I think because the area, like I said, is an area that gets fireworks all the time for sports games, which, I don't know, is that normal that they do fireworks at, like, high school games or, like, events? At first I was like, oh, maybe it's just for, like, homecoming or, I don't know, not prom. Like, hey, prom! I don't know. But they go off pretty frequently for the area, so everybody over here is just kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, fireworks, cool, but you keep on keeping on. Uberdead, they overrun the building. I'm so sorry. I'm glad that you're free now. I'm glad that you are safe. This is a safe space. Lydia, the annual Strawberry Festival fireworks. I wish. Could you imagine? They're just like, the harvest begins! Like, wow. But I mean, that would be something worth celebrating though. Like, honestly, if I could have fireworks, they're like, you have to pick one, like, holiday or festival, I'd be like, oh yeah, the annual Strawberry Festival. Please. I want an explosion of flavor as I shovel 90 strawberries directly into my mouth. Yeah. I mean, is there any other way? Like, call me Smuckers, because I'm on the jam. Okay? I'm having a new wine today, and it's very good. I've been having a day, friends. I have been having a day. Not terrible, but not great. But it's better now. It's better now. With the haircut, if you guys want a metaphor to start off the stream, because you're gonna get one, I got my dead ends off, yeah, and I definitely, I'm having a purge in the best way. It's exhausting, but it's good, and it needs to happen. But yeah, some good things to counteract, because whenever it's not so great, whenever you're not feeling the best, right? It's like you have your people that help boost you and help cheer you up, and that's you guys. Key, very much key. And I got a really nice message, not today, but the other day, from one of my cousins. I was just like, hey, I see what you're doing, and like, I want to support, and tell me what I can do. And it was just it was the coolest thing, completely unexpected. This is for my family. For those of you in the chat, I think we've talked about that they're up in the Bay Area near San Jose. And I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. I was like, thank you, and just gave a lot of support. And that has been like the thread that I've been pulling on to keep me from going absolutely bonkers today. Because I gotta tell you guys, like, it is hard to do like social media, like anything. And I know a lot of you do it as well. If it's not like directly, intrinsically a part of your job, like you are, some of you guys are streamers as well, or cosplayers as well, or models, creators, whatever that looks like. It's hard, guys. It is hard. Jay, hello. Happy Monday? Yes, it is a happy Monday. It's a happy Monday because you are here. Jay, how is your day going? Uber dead. I often ponder hair and brain washing to solve everything. That's what I need. Well, that's why I have wine. That's why I have wine. I woke up, had a wonderful cup of coffee, had a handful of Cheez-Its, and now here we are. Cheers. I'll probably have something nice. I feel like I deserve a nice dinner. I might take myself out to grab something nice. But yeah, if I can get real for a second. Yeah, it is just sometimes you feel it more so than other times when you are a creator in like an online space, and like you want to make stuff and you want to be present in like this, and you want to be all over the place, but like it does wear on you. And what's the saying, like the bill always comes due. It's like, yeah, like when you feel it, like you feel it. And so I had a little bit of that today, and because of the birthday coming up, you know, I get in my head and I'm just like, oh my god, the passage of time, what's going to happen in the future. I think about the past. I get, whew, like, don't give me the time stone. If I had that, I feel like I would just put myself in like the loop. Like Dormammu, I've come to bargain, but it would just be like a certain set of years over and over again. And I know that that's not good, because while it is nice to enjoy, like, wow, this was such a great time and I felt so great at this time, you'll never grow and you'll never change. And then everybody else is like, we've got a whole playlist, you have this one song on loop. And I'm like, okay, I gotta get out of that headspace. But yeah, that's one thing that's always tripped me up about birthdays, milestones, or anything that like marks like the passage of time, just because it makes you aware of it. And yeah, I definitely get in my head sometimes about that. And I think that's why I love like the vampire archetype so much. I know this is going into a direction that's probably very unexpected, but we're here. But it's the idea that it's like, yeah, you can keep on living, but there's a part of you that is frozen or like static. And I don't know if that's just because it's like, oh, is that like your fear of change? Or is it like things are just really good right now and I don't need to see that the grass is greener? Like, what if it's thorns? What if it's somebody's pool? What if it's not even grass at all? Like, I get like in that, and I'm like, whoa, I know this is good. Let's just stay right here. So it's getting over that and like breaking down that anxiety and like the what if-ism, you know? Jay, Dormammu, I've come to finish my cosplay. Yeah, things I've never said for 500. Whew. I mean, I started on both Alex and Tanya, but it's very, very like, it's not even step 1, it's like step 0.75. But I do have it, and I just need to I need to lock in, I need to get it. But this weekend, like I said, I did get through a lot of stuff, and like they're good things that I want to do. One of the things that I checked off my list was actually doing some creative writing. I feel like that's really important to help keep the creative gears flowing. So even if I'm not in a space where I'm like, oh, I don't feel like, making cosplay stuff, it's like, all right, I gotta, go to the cosplay room. I gotta try on stuff and I gotta move around. And sometimes I just like physically just don't feel it. But if I can just be in my head, I'm like, let me still just create something. Let me be creative as much as possible. So I was able to meet that goal, and I wrote something that I was really proud of. Are these things that will see the light of day? Probably not. But they keep me just like creatively active. Some of it I will use as like a jumping off point for like an original character. Some of it might be like playing around with like a canon character and like getting in their head and getting in a situation. Specifically characters that I deliberately am not like super fans of, because it makes me reach a little bit more. Characters that I'm big fans of, I've already kind of like delved into their lore and canon and crawled around in their headspace a little bit. So I'm like, well, let me stretch my muscles with something that isn't as familiar. Overdad, you've had a pint of Prii wine, red and green grapes. Delicious. I love Prii wine too. And I love post wine, which would be raisins. Mwah, delicious. Lydia, I decided a long time ago I don't want to live forever. I've seen enough. Oh my god. My optometrist said the same thing. It's like, your eyes are so bad. I'm like, I know, I've seen enough. I'm tired of straining. I've got a touch of the tism. And she's like, what? And I'm like, yes, my astigmatism. Chevy, us that celebrate in July are clearly deep thinkers and deep worriers. Thank God for wine. Oh, Chevy, cheers to you. What day in July are you celebrating, my friend? We're dead. My inner monologue wants a crazy third act to wrap up this series. Let me tell you, I feel like I'm living in like the final season of Game of Thrones. Like, oh my god, can we... Ugh. Uber dead, thank you. But yeah, I'm like, I don't know if it's just like a combination of like, are these inevitable things? Are these things like, because like even as a kid, I was always like coming back after like summer vacation and like a new grade. I was like, wow, summer went by really, really fast. And then people will be like, yeah, we should have summer more, yeah, vacation. But then the school year would go by and I'd be like, the school year went by really fast. And I'm like, no, it took forever. School went by. And I was like, no, it's too fast. Like, even as a kid, I was like, I had this weird, like, temporal, like, awareness that, like, time is going fast, even when objectively it's not. And especially as a kid, because you don't have other things that are, like, gumming up the works, like, you know, a full-time job, disgusting, and 800 other obligations that you've got to meet that help push the week forward. But I always just felt like that. And I was like, there's just too much time. Chevy, 23, July 19. You won't go there. Wait, what? What does it mean? Are you celebrating the 23rd or the 19th? Are you turning 19? Because if so, I've got my wine. You're gonna have to come back until you're 21. So sorry. Even at... Wait, what's the... Did we discuss the drinking age in Australia? Is it 18? Or am I thinking of Canada? I got discombobulated. Oh, as in a 19 ... Okay, my birthday is 23rd of July, but I was born in the 1900s. Oh my god. So the 23rd of July, very good. So you are a Leo, yes? I only know that because someone else in the chat has a late July birthday. I won't out anyone unless they want to speak. But July babies are fantastic babies. We are hot. We are spicy. Uber did all the adulting stuff. Rack 'em. Lydia, oh my god, it's you? Oh my god. Late July birthday when you were hatched? Incredible. Incredible. But yeah, I think it's interesting too, the types of personalities. Again, I don't put too much stock in like the zodiac thing just because I don't feel like mine aligns with me really at all. But the idea of like because it's Cancer Leo that share July, and I feel like everyone that I've met, either a fellow Cancer or Leo, have been much more alike, but then in a lot of the official quote unquote descriptions, it's like Leos are like, yeah, we're pride and we're out there, and Cancer is just like, I just want to build a home and be shy. And I'm like, what? No. No, I'm like, if anything, I've come across way more Leo type personalities, but even still, it's never been like a pride type of like angle. It's just more of like an extrovert. And I don't think that they're synonymous. So I don't read too much into it. And one of my biggest, what would I say? Not criticism, but I guess you can call me a common naysayer. So my dad is a twin. So twins, same day, very different personalities for my dad and my uncle. Not extremely different, but it's just something to think about. And when I put like that into perspective, I'm like, yeah, this doesn't fit everybody. Sometimes it does, but it gives me pause, and I think that does make it interesting, because there's also different types of like zodiac, and like, oh, well, what's like your rising and your, you know, all these other facets and types of information. So like, yeah, as a kid, I was like, I don't know. Like, Cancer, you care about nurturing others. And I'm like, no, not really. I want the best for people. Like, I'm not gonna, you know, be a jerk, but the whole like homebody thing never really clicked. Overdead, observations of the human condition in relation to stars, seasons, and stuff. And I think it's all interesting, and I think even if you don't agree, if you don't follow, if you kind of follow, I still think it is something just interesting and worth looking into. So wherever you fall on the spectrum for that type of, I don't want to say like belief sounds too heavy, but just, I guess, what you put stock in. Right? And I mean, there's also like your Chinese zodiac, and it's like, is one more, you know, canon than the other? And so I think just like looking into all of them, it's just interesting, and see like what fits for you, what clicks for you. I've mentioned before that I am a Scorpio rising, and I definitely feel more inclined to that, and I feel like more aligned to that, and people that are very much into like zodiac and all of that, you know, that type of astrology, agree. So I'm like, okay, I feel like I'm not too off base with that. Blood Moon, hello, happy almost birthday, friend. Thank you, friend. I'm feeling it. I am feeling it. Oh no, ad is coming. Oh, well, for everyone here without the ad, thank you. Thank you. It really has been good. Blood Moon, I was having a little bit of a, okay, existential crisis is a bit much, but I was having a time. I have not been at 100% today. So I was struggling a little bit, but once I came in and obviously got some time with you guys, it always makes me feel better. Whenever I get in weird headspaces, specifically with like social media and like how do you define like being successful and like doing good? And a lot of it is just tied to numbers. And that's not always the best way to look at things, just because it can get you in a spiral really fast. That said, we are all human and we are not immune, and algorithms are designed for that exact purpose. So just being cognizant of it and trying to be aware of it and move up. One of the things that I've read that's really stuck with me, that has kind of like helped me kind of break out of that like sludge of like, ugh, I should be doing this, and I should. Is like, okay, like I see how many people are watching the stream right now. And it's like, imagine those people in real life, which I do. Oh, Uberdead, you are a Scorpio horse for wacky info. What does the horse mean? Scorpio rider? You're a rider of the Scorpions? Explain. But yeah, Taurus. Or is that the bull? Taurus is the bull. This is the bull. But yeah, just thinking about the numbers. Chinese Zodiac. There you go. You're the horse. Blood Moon, you got it. You were on top of it. Nice. But yeah, just like thinking about like those numbers like in real time. And it's like, yeah, that's cool. Like if 5 people were like, hey, yeah, we just want to like hang out with you, I would be so honored. And I am honored. And I'm like, yeah, like think about that. And it's like you see like so-and-so's top streamer with 4,000 people watching, and you're like, oh my god, that's where I should be. And it's like, and that's great for them, and that's great for the people that watch, and it's nothing against that, but it's like, even like 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, it's like those are people that are interested in what you have to say. And that's really cool. So trying to reframe our thinking, because we see like these big numbers sometimes, and you think like, oh, that's where I have to be like successful, and it's like, no, all it takes is 1. So that's where I'm trying to be, and get over the weird sort of stress that social media wants to put on you. But that said, I thank you all very much for hanging out and being a part of it. And now, right now, perfect example, Blood Moon, this is your 7 stream streak. I am honored. And that is so cool. That means like 7 times you've been like, yeah, let's see what Sarah's talking about. And that's so cool. That's so cool. So thank you very much for that. Thank you guys for being my, you're like the weight that they put on like those party balloons to keep them from like helium-ing off into the sky, for keeping me grounded. So I thank you. And Uberdead, we are hyped for that. I haven't alien danced yet. I love my boogie down alien so much. So all of that said, I forgot how we got even on here. Oh, my existential crisis with time, of course. It's time to talk about X-Men. It's time to talk about X-Men. Before I get lost in the sauce, how many in chat have been caught up? 3 episodes are out, all dropped at the same time. Where are you at? I'm kind of curious to see how many people are up to date with everything, with all the episodes, because I have been dying to talk about it. Episode 2 in particular had me like, I screamed like multiple times, at least 3 times. Uberdead, bonus points for being Peanut Gallery as well. I love Peanut Gallery. I mean, this is a chatty stream. Like, I want you guys to chat. I want to talk to you guys. Talk at me. Yell at me. It's all welcome. Lydia, I haven't watched, but I don't mind spoilers since I had plenty of time. No, but I don't want to spoil. Ugh. I mean, I'm not going to go through like a play-by-play of like the really big plot fixtures. So even if, as we discuss, we talk about some things, I think it'll still be a nice surprise. Del, hello! Thank you so much. You sent a birthday message on IG. Thank you. Thank you. I know. I told everybody, I was like, July 1, I'm celebrating the entire month. I've had, let me see, 2 other birthdays that I know of, and then Chevy just confirmed in chat that he's also a July born. So us July spicy babies we're doing it. We are doing it big. Ninja, you just rewatched them an hour ago. Oh, wonderful. I should have done a fresh rewatch. Again, I wasn't going to do like a full, like, complete play-by-play of all of the heavy plot points, but I did just want to talk about it freely and give some time. Uberdad, you were behind on all things, but it's okay. Oh no. But that's valid because there's a lot to catch up on. Like, there's still movies that I want to see that I have not seen because it's just like, again, carving out the time. And I don't want to like force myself to like enjoy like art or like media, because that's never good. Never good. But so in your own time, and I mean that's the good thing about streaming too, because it's like on demand. So it's like when you have the time, when you've got the energy, you're like, okay, I can lock in season 2. Dell, don't say I don't spoil you. Ah, what did you do? I'm gagged already. Well, thank you. I mean, honestly, just saying like a nice birthday message. That goes so far for me. Anything else over that is just like icing on the cake. So thank you so much. Lydia, going to the movies is an activity for rich people only now. The last time I went to the movies, I went with my mom. And she is rich in life. Because she, you know, helped bring me here. So she said the funniest thing the other day. She's like, I know it's your birthday, but I was the one that actually gave birth, so it's my birthday. I was like, oh, okay, fair. I'm not going to argue with you. You enjoy that. But yeah, we do whatever we can for the moms. And yeah, it was like $30 some odd. I'm like, oh my God. I'm never doing this again, only because I like you. Ninja, also great point. Only rich people can play video games now, or own them. Well, no one can own them. Every day, it's just like a new type of disappointment that just wants to eke into my life, and I'm like, why? Why? I feel like we're gonna see a weird shift in like secondhand games and like consoles. Like, I'm about to bring my Wii out of retirement and be like, well, you know what? I own it. And I think whatever little things, I can't remember. I think I got like Donkey Kong Country through like the store. And now, of course, you can't, the store is defunct because it's like a 20-year-old console now, which is crazy to think about. See, again, this goes back to time. And I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm like, I remember buying the Wii and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna save up and I'm gonna buy it. Child. I was an infant. I was a complete infant. Lydia, Sony is phony. Best sign. Best sign. We need to bring it back. Uberdad, I've seen a third of movies I'd go see in the past. Yep. Well, because it's like there's no point. And it's weird because right before like everything got really weird with theaters, I feel like there was also this big push to make everything like an experience, and they all got like the nice chairs and they recline and you can get booze and you can get food and all sorts of stuff like to like make the movie going experience like nice. But I just feel like it's not hitting the mark that they thought it would, and it just ends up being mediocre food that's overpriced, but your only other option to eat there is like just the regular concession, which is even more expensive somehow for just like candy. So you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess this is the best way to go about it. And then it's not like clean and there's people talking. When we went to the movies, it was just like somebody that was just like talking, like a full-on conversation to the person next to them. And I'm like, are you even aware of like where you are? Like, did you glitch out and think that you were just at home? Because like there's people around you, like we can hear you. What are you doing? And I was like, I just want to leave. I want to go home. Dell, your birthday is a celebration for everyone else because you were born for this. Oh, I like that. I was born for this. I was born to show up. I was born to drink wine, make costumes, and be outrageous, I suppose. Blood Moon, it's expensive no matter what, so if I go to the movies, I go to VIP. Oh, what is VIP? Is that a local chain? Lydia, I miss my PS2. I wish I didn't sell it. Ugh, that's understandable. That is very understandable. I do feel like there are going to be a lot more consoles that surface, like for people that were holding on to them, like waiting for the right time to sell, and they're like, oh, now is the time. Now is when the demand is here. I think we're going to see a little bit of a boost at your, like, I don't know. Well, Bookman's is just in Arizona. But either way, like your, whatever secondhand, electronics or bookstore, I feel like we'll see that, which is good. Dell, I always sneak stuff in. I make a game out of it. Oh, yeah. I mean, but here's the thing. I'm not like a snacker when it comes to movies. So if I have something, it's purely on accident. I'm never like, oh, let me, stock up on my like snacks and stuff. Unless I'm like purposely going. When I saw Mortal Kombat, I did have some gummies, but that was before I left. So I was just kind of like, I'm set. I don't need anything. But yeah, I'll have a little snack every now and then. I'm usually more of like a con sneaker in of food. Con sneaker inner? Yeah. I'm like, I don't want to have this expensive. And then like the only thing they have is like chicken tenders with a ranch. And I'm like, no. Pass. We're Dead. It used to be a minimum 6 months between screen and physical releases. And now I couldn't tell. Yeah, and that's why people are also like, why would I bother breaking my neck to spend more money? And especially, like, I can't imagine people with, like, families that are like, oh, yeah, we want to go see Toy Story 5, me and my 2 kids. And it's like, that's at minimum a family of 3, family of 4, and then depending on how many kids you have. And I'm like, that's like $70 to go to the movies, and you don't own it? And it's a miserable experience the whole time you're there. I can't imagine. So yeah, people are going to be like, again, especially for families, we'll just wait until it comes out on streaming and we spend like, I don't know, how much is it even? Like $5? And you can watch it, you can pause it, you have multiple days to watch it. It just doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. And then, yeah, the timing in between it doesn't give anyone like a need to go if it's going to come out just as fast. Like, I think there was some movie that was like simultaneously still in some theaters and on streaming at the same time. It's like, oh, okay, cool. Ninja, the food I can get delivered to my home is better than the food at the theater, so yeah, you have options and you have like actual restaurant food. Lydia, I'm gonna cook a full course meal and sneak it in the movie theater next time you go. As you should. I'm like, oh no, my gravy and stuffing while I'm going to see Devil Wears Prada. Whoa, no, it's all coming out of my purse. Ridiculous. Blood Moon, it's an option at some Cineplex theaters. It's, okay, so 19. Okay. You can get real food and alcohol, and the seats are like little couches and way more comfy. That sounds delightful. See, like, I want an experience like that. And then where people are also not just like obnoxious or just flat out disgusting. That's all I want. People are like, oh, that's a tough act. You want people to not be disgusting or loud at the theater? All right. Good luck. Why do I have to struggle for this? Why? Lydia, it's expensive on streaming too? Oh no. My friend worked on the Super Mario Galaxy movie and I still haven't seen it. I feel like an asshole. No, you shouldn't. I haven't seen it either. I haven't seen the other Mario movie either. Again, just like time, and I don't feel like... I feel like movies have just kind of been in this like invisible space, and I think that that's because it is such a quick switch to streaming. Like, it doesn't feel like much of anything anymore. I think the last time I had like a general like movie going experience that I was like, I want to go to the movies to see this, was Sinners. And it was a great experience. And that was how long ago? And it hasn't been anything since then. I will go see Spider-Man, and that will be a little bit different. 2 reasons. One, our group might be doing some of the premieres. So usually when there's a Marvel movie that comes out, our charity group will do like costumed appearances at the theaters, raising money for some cause. So I have a very different frame of mind for those types of releases, because I associate it with something that's really positive that I enjoy. And you are typically, for like opening day 2, you are getting something else that you can't get at home, because you're around people that are just as keyed in and as locked in as you are. So having that... Hey! We've had a redemption, LeBron! You doing shots? Well, I've got my wine. Ay, Dios mío. Alright. Well, when we switch over, let me know what type of shot you would like. I'm a little bit partial to vodka, probably with wine. Probably vodka, but I'd be okay with whiskey. But you let me know what we're doing shots of. Is this a birthday shot? Maybe. Maybe. Uber Dead. The tentpole stuff like Marvel DC, I'm drawn to see first weekend. Yeah, Uber Dead. Agree. Because you're going to be around a whole bunch of fans, and that is, you know, when people catch, you know, references or like character appearance, like that type of energy is something that you can't replicate at home. So I'm like, yeah, for that, it makes sense to be there. Lydia, I'll show you the shape of a woman when I sneak a turkey in the back of my pants. Look at that rotisserie bustle. Look at her go. Listen, I support you in all of your decisions. As a July born, you can do whatever you want. Even if you weren't, you can do whatever you want. Let's be 100% clear. Dell, laughing at me. I can picture you smuggling vegetarian safe food into con. Security would say, hey, what is that in there? Sarah, hey, I worked hard on that cosplay prop. It's not food. It's true. Oh, the amount of times that I've just completely dismissed con security. God. They're just too... The rules are too stupid and arbitrary and haphazardly enforced that I'm not going to give it any credence. I refuse. I remember they tried to stop me for my side blade, and that was the most ridiculous one. And they're like, it's a knife. And I was like, it's not. Does this look like a knife? Would you cut your food with this? No, but it's sharp. And I was like, so are my earrings. So are stiletto heels. Are you gonna tell everyone to take off their heels? No, but you're wearing it. And I was like, okay. I looped it into my belt loop, and I was like, I'm wearing it. He was like, just go. I'm like, It's stupid. Like, I'm not here to argue with you to make it difficult for you to do your job. But if you're being a jerk about it, and if the rule is stupid, I'm going to combat you. That's just the way it is. So needless to say, Betsy had all of her things. Lydia, the first Mario movie is good, but the only reason I've seen it is because my sister bought it. Yeah. And that, like, a physical copy, or did you guys, like, do, like, a streaming rental? Dell, also, you have not seen Mario Galaxy, and I work for them. You know, as long as, like, it's a whole galaxy. There's space, there's time. You'll be good. Ninja, can't miss Zendaya now. Never, never. Oh my god. I saw her dress for the Odyssey premiere. Ugh. She never misses, but this one was just like, stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. Dell. Also, she'd watch any movie with Tom Hiddleston in it. Am I right, Sarah? Yeah, you are. So yeah, Doomsday, I will be absolutely sat. It's gonna be like, I'm getting a movie regardless of however I feel about the Doom situation, Robert Downey Doom. I am going to get a movie with Loki and Nightcrawler in it, in the same movie. Absolutely, I will be there. I will be 800% sad. LeBron, it's all good? Well, what is all good, my man? If you're calling the shots, then you're calling the shots. So you let me know. Blood Moon, they need security that knows cosplay. They absolutely do. And most of them are just like sports events. So they see anything that's not like ball shaped and they're like, oh, what do? And I'm like, go sit over there in the corner. Just sit down. Sit all the way down. Uber Dead waves hand. I'm not the cosplayer you're looking for. No, I'm not. And none of them are. Okay, the most ridiculous thing that I've ever seen, like, okay, sure. The side blades, they have a point. They have a point. Someone piece-tied a sonic screwdriver, and I was like, when I saw that, I was like, what is the actual point of this? No. You're denied. Your logic card has been revoked because you're actively not using it. And this is stupid. Goodbye. Also, I'd like to just make it known, too, that Arizona is an open carry state for, like, actual weapons. But they're like, nope. Nope. Sonic screwdriver, too much. Too dangerous. Weapon. Can't do it. I'm like, okay. This is dumb. This is real dumb. Jay, a low-key Nightcrawler? I'm in. A low-key Nightcrawler? He's very chill. Sneaking behind the scenes. LeBron, your choice. I'm watching Crash. Oh, well then. How is she doing? Funny that in July 2018, Sarah thought that she'd never see Loki and Gamora in the MCU ever again. How could you bring this up at a time I'm at my lowest? I mean, it will be like some sort of like consolation prize. I really did think they were going to have at least like one scene together. At least one. I really thought that. My delusion. Just way too high. Way too high. Jay, I had a stick piece. A stick? Like a stick that was piece bonded? Atlanta, a stick. How did they even, like, attach it? Like, I feel like the little, like, block part of the zip tie is, like, wider than the stick. This, dumb. Dumb, dumb, dumb. That's what I say. And I hate it. Sarah, I must retire for the night on the East East Coast time, as you know. Cheers to you. Take a few sips of wine for me and enjoy your gift. Oh, thank you, Del. Thank you for hanging. I mean, anytime you can come by is always a delight. And thank you in advance for whatever your gift is. Cheers to you. I will have some sips and shots also, apparently, that'll be coming. But I hope you have a fantastic night and a easy... Oh, that wasn't a good one. Hang on. There we go. Much better. And a wonderful Tuesday. So thank you for coming. LeBron, you had to stay on an extra hour, but good. Huh. So are you double watching then? What's the sitch? What's the sitch? Oh my god, I've been yapping away. It's almost at the halfway point. I did bring out some things too, because last week when we had rolled fashion things, I wanted to actually have some stuff on hand to pull and talk about. So I do have those things set aside. I think I will... Let me see. I don't know when our break is coming. Our ad break is coming. Because if I can dash away to grab a bottle of booze and come back, I would love to do it then, so that we're not knocking the flow of things. But yes, I grabbed, what, 3 shirts and a skirt to talk about. Ron, you are always multi-streaming, phone and laptop. Well, cheers to you. You are like, you have like the chameleon eyes, going different directions, keeping track. Well, that's wonderful. Tell Crash I said hello. I don't want to open up another tab and then it gets all of the streaming, like, other audio coming in and, like, it's, like, deafening. I would like to raid, but I feel like she ends right when I am, or sooner. But I've never done a raid, also. Weird side note, but no one is, yeah, live. I don't know anyone who would still be streaming by the time that I'm done. But I would like to raid for something fun. But yeah, that said, I wanted to, let's see, I'll wait. I'll just wait for the ad to roll out. We're almost at our halfway point. So fashion things. As some of you may know, I did do the modeling thing before cosplay, and now I maintain both when I can actually get up off my keister and do something creative, which I do have a shoot planned this weekend. I will be out of town, and I will have access to a beach. So something new, hopefully, that I can get on socials soon. Blood Moon, ooh, is right. Yeah, something a little different, something a little fun. So, yeah, clothes have always been a big part of my life and the things that I enjoy, like fashion design as an art form. I am big into that for not just designers, but where the crossover comes in for cosplay is like making your own clothes. So I wanted to start with something that I made, that I still wear. This is my Marvel comic pencil skirt, which is also the inspiration for our shirt today. And I made this probably, 2013, 2014. Yeah. She's been around with her purple zipper, because of course. And and I actually wore this to a friend's wedding and dressed it up a bit, which was really fun. So this would be a piece that I've made and wear as like regular clothes, but they're like obviously fun clothes. And then I wanted to bring this out. I have a couple shirts like this, and I've talked about it with a couple like interviewers and people that have like asked like, how did you get started with cosplay, like on like the technical side, like teaching yourself how to sew? And a lot of it was trying to like salvage and save old shirts to keep wearing them, because I basically like the graphic, and it's like, well, if you like the graphic, just put it on another shirt. So this is one that I always really liked. The original shirt was like a 3/4 sleeve, but it was a red shirt with just the tube of lipstick on it, and I absolutely loved it, and I didn't want to get rid of it, so I cut it out. So this is actually the original fabric. You can see it's a little bit of a richer red. So I cut it out, and this is hand stitched onto the new top. So that was the gateway drug for sewing, with hand sewing, and then later I would use the machine. So I had that one, and then I wanted to pull out some others that I really liked that I did not make, but just a little slice of what I do. So this halter I absolutely love. I bought this off of eBay, of all places. That was an old AFI band shirt, and this seller, I guess, creator, would just make halter tops out of all of them, and they're really well made. They have like elastic at the top, and yeah, all out of a old band t-shirt. So I have this one, and I have a Ramones one that I really like, and I would love to make some like this myself. I have not, but I don't have the shirts to do it, and it looks like this was made with like an industrial sewing machine, because the straps where that comes in it's pretty thick, so it looks like something that you would come across like actual, like in a store, like a commercial bought or made shirt. So it's really well made, and one of my favorites for multiple reasons. And then I wanted to bring out my newest just purchase in general when it comes to clothes. This is a little bit of a wild card, and I know that, but I think that this encapsulates a lot of what I keep in my closet in general. So I love this shirt very much. With my flying toasters and their toast. This was a Redbubble purchase, but it was too iconic not to buy. So pop quiz, if there's anyone in the chat that recognizes this or is familiar with this, please do not hold your peace. Voice your chaos, because I would love to hear it. Blood Moon, that is hilarious and adorable. Thank you. My flying toasters and their little toast. Lydia, Uberdead, you are both correct. Absolutely. So this is from like the main screensaver from After Dark. I love it. Everything about like early 90s computer stuff, I just am so fixated on. I'm like, God, I wish I was like alive or old enough to like process how great that time period was. But my dad had a floppy disk, that was just like hanging out and had a whole bunch of screensavers on it. And I put it in. Also, you can get external floppy disk readers still, just so you guys know. And it was like a whole program on just the floppy disk. And I remember just like thinking that it was like a game. Because I don't even know how old I was when I found it, because it obviously wasn't when it came out, but it was just like around. I don't know, maybe I was like 10. So I have this weird like displaced nostalgia with like the screensavers, and also the fact that like no one ever uses a screensaver anymore. But the After Dark screensavers were like almost like games. Like you could customize everything. Like they had one that was like marbles, and you could pick like how many marbles you want to like jump down on the screen. And with the flying toasters, you could have like light toast, medium toast, burnt toast, and you could have more toasters, less toasters, and you could change all of the stuff. And I think what I like about it so much, and just like that era of like the early 90s PC like culture, was just the idea of how much you could customize everything. Because I feel like now everything is so, it feels like such a template. And yeah, you can change your wallpaper, and that's going to be kind of like a default thing. And there's some variation that you can do with like icons, but just in general, overall with technology, I feel like there was so much more space for customizing things and for making things like unnecessarily like fun and almost like silly, if that makes sense. Like there's no need for that. Like any default screensaver, you know, at the time would work. Again, now it's not like a thing that you see too often. Like, yeah, computers still have it, but it's not like a thing. Like how like ringtones used to be like a thing, and now people are like, if the phone rings once, I'm going to walk into traffic. Like what is going on? But yeah, this just reminds me of such a great time and such a time capsule. So I absolutely love it, and it is just cute on its own. You can't really see from the picture or from the image from here, but they are like kind of like pixelated too. So like it is the true image. So whoever put this in on Redbubble did a fantastic job. So I absolutely love that. And yeah, the types of things that will find their way into my closet are along those lines. Like I like a good joke shirt or a hilarious shirt or something that's just odd or obscure and interesting. I feel like shirts with like brands on the names or like on the item, whatever it is, it always just felt like not bad, but I was like, I feel like I'm like a billboard for the brand. So I was like, I want to pick things that are in line with the types of things that I like, that I feel like should have that attention, or things that just make people talk, or like the second glance and things like that. So I have a lot of shirts that are of that same caliber, and I'm glad that I got to share them with you this wonderful, fateful Monday. I am going to take a little break so that I can go get my my shot. I still don't know what I want. Probably is wine. I'm a little bit partial to whiskey. I think I'll do whiskey because it's a little bit like our New York sour that we made, which is like a whiskey sour but with Merlot on top. So since I've got wine on the palate, I feel like following up with whiskey is probably going to be the way to go. So that said, I have no screensaver for you, but we will do the next best thing. So I'm going to take a quick 5, and I will be back probably before then by a little bit with some booze, and then we will roll some dice. So see you guys in a second. All right, we're back with something nice to sip on. So, LeBron, this is for you, good sir, with our wonderful shot. I figured that some of this would be good. Again, I'm not saying the brand; they're not getting anything from me. And I'm going to be using my House of Blues glow-in-the-dark shot glass. I feel like the skull is perfect for something else that I grabbed while I was in the area. So here we go. We got the pour. Perfect. I think this is regular Jim Beam. Set that so hopefully that wasn't too loud. Nice. Thank you. Yeah, I feel like this will be an ideal blend. So we'll do our little bourbon, something just to warm the bones a little bit. And while we look at our House of Blues skull. So here we go. Cheers. Oh, she burns, but she burns good. So the other thing, that's right. Lydia, may I may I call you out in this moment? Yes, please do. So I have to share a gift, which you can kind of see right here. This is a Prii birthing day gift that Lydia got me. That is an incredible cocktail book. I have been poring over it, get it, for the last day and a half. There's so many good recipes and a lot of good information. It's a good balance of recipes and just a deep dive of different types of liquors, liqueurs, aperitifs, and bitters is. But the fact that it's called Death & Co. Was, I was like, well, I'll take the skull shot glass and I can show off this fantastic gift. We have an ad break coming, but before we get there, I do want to kind of use this as a cookbook, if you will, on occasion for some spin and sip. So for those that watch on Thursdays when we make cocktails and spin vinyl, I will be using some of that book. So cheers to you, Lydia darling. Thank you very much again, friend. Yeah, Uber Dead, it is super nice. And it feels really nice too. Oh no, ad break is coming. We'll be here when you get back. Ah. Yay. Love you, friend. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it was a complete surprise, which was delightful. And I love that it's something that I will use like consistently. Just because there's so much in here. Like one of the things I will kind of go over that I think is cool, just to give you guys kind of an example. It's not just the liqueurs. Like there's even a part on here, like the breakdowns of like the palate and what's too boozy, too forward. I'm like, this is a really great part. So this is just like a complete breakdown of like from bitter to sweet to botanical to sour to salty. So it really gets into the like the science and the actual like taste of the liqueurs and the liquors, which that's what makes it so interesting for me and people that are just like, oh, well, you can just pour, you know, whatever if you have the recipe. It's like, yeah, you can, but it's just like any baker that's like, oh, granulated salt or granulated sugar and powdered sugar are not the same thing. It's the same thing for someone that's like, yeah, light rum and dark rum are absolutely different, and here's why. Because there's a lot of people that, you know, don't think that. There was a part in here which was really cool that was just on glasses and the science behind that, the serving style for what gets served over rocks and how is it different from frozen, shake versus stir, and the chemistry behind it. So all of that I absolutely love. And then it has you know, the really good just recipes as well. So I am very pleased. So you guys will see this come up again soon. But Uber Dead, she blinded me with mixology science. Indeed. Indubitably. Ooh. I had so much bourbon, I better finish my wine. That said, let's roll some dice and see what we're gonna be chatting about for the rest of the night. Uber Dead, me, fumble fingers. No. No fumble fingers. You're just, that's called improv. You're improv. That's fine. Blood Moon, dark spiced rum is the best rum. Ooh, are you a Kraken or a Sailor Jerry's girl? I feel like usually when spiced dark rum comes up, it's usually one of those two. Both good. I'm a little bit biased to Kraken, but both are delicious. Math rocks indeed. And, whoa, before we have some loud calamity happening, it is also time to go to the lounge. Between those, Kraken for sure. Okay, same page. Well, what is your ideal pick then? If not of the two, I was just going with what was most common, but is definitely not exclusive to those two. Or if there's any that you think I would try or that I would like, I'm all yours for that as well. Ninja, my ears. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And it happened like over here. Ugh. I'm so sorry. I should get like a mat or something. You know, we're learning as we go. We are learning as we go. I tried my best. All right. It is time for the math rocks. Let's see what we got. Walls, hello, welcome in. You are just in time for the roll. Yes, you are, sir. You are never late. You are always on time. It is wonderful to have you here. All right, we're going in. Let's see what we got. Ooh, that was like a hesitating roll. A 16. All right, 16. What do we got? What do we got? 16. I feel like we've rolled a 16 before. Have we not? Oh, a cosplay feature. Well, this one's nice because I can switch out to different cosplays. So I am okay with this. So cosplay feature. Let's see. Who would I like to feature? So the last time we did a feature, it was my Detroit Become Human character design, or not necessarily character, but just, I guess, just concept design for a different type of android. I think I want to pick... I'm kind of leaning towards one of my Twi'leks. I think so. Specifically, I think I want to feature... Well, I'll leave it to you guys. So I'll show you both. Because they do have their own stories. And I went in pretty in-depth detail for each. So I'll show you one. Get some pictures going. Okay, so I think this will work for what we need. So, first one, Velia. She is the lavender Twi'lek. So if you would like the feature to be on Miss Velia, or my second Twi'lek, Prii, the aqua / teal Twi'lek, let me know. Jay, them Leku though. I know. She's throwing them over her shoulder like a continental soldier. You know what I'm saying? So, Velia, purple, Prii, mint, and teal. So between the two, what say you? And that is what we will feature. So I'll make a quick poll. We'll let it run for just a minute. Doom. So vote in chat. I have a poll running for which Twi'lek you would like to see a little feature on. And I will pull out some of their cosplays and the Leku themselves as well. That would go with it. So we'll do a nice deep dive, and I'll get into their backstories, all that information. It's Prii, Velia, and they are quite different. I don't want to say very different because it sounds like that's a little arbitrary, but they're definitely different. I thought about the meeting before. In my mind, oh my god. In my mind, I have so many different scenarios that I run with my characters. Oh, Prii wins. Prii the Twee. For my 3-1. So Miss Velia, I'm sorry. It is not your day this day. But Prii. Alright. So I am going to first pull up a little bit of her backstory. Because it is very much detailed and very fleshed out. So I actually don't think I have it with me right here, but I can pull it up on my phone. All right. So I wrote this out for both of them. Pretty extensive. They each had the same lineup of information. So not to compare, because I do want to, if we ever roll a cosplay feature again for an original character, because that would definitely be my preference, because you guys already know the canon characters. I will reference Velia because I did create Velia first. I made her in 2015, so pretty early on. Prii was way later. So that I might reference the two, but I don't want to take away or get into too much of Velia's story. So Prii deliberately at creation did not have a surname, or she did not know her surname, and that was a part of kind of her story. She was born 24 BBY. So just to kind of give you an idea of that time frame, you'd be looking at not quite Rebels-ish, but kind of that ballpark. She was born on Coruscant, so not Ryloth. Specifically level 2685. Way down. Part of the reason why I wanted to why she has the gradient skin, which I don't know why I got rid of the pictures so that I can talk about it with the reference, is because of the depths. She has never seen the sun directly, and so I wanted to incorporate that into her design. So the mint of her skin is like the basically like the melanin deficiency. Her leku kind of fade to this like teal, and you see her hands are teal. Wall's a little dark elf. Yeah. No, I mean, Coruscant, the lower levels of Coruscant are basically the Underdark. And then she has the spots on top of her leku. So that was a part of the design that I wanted to incorporate, because Ryloth, the Twi'lek homeworld, is very much, you know, like your, you know, Tatooine desert planet. So being someplace that's a complete, I think the word is Acronopolis, like a city planet, or like city world, and how the Twi'lek physiology would change with those types of environments. So that was a part of what inspired the gradient of the skin, and like the two-tone skin. Her story year that she exists in, also with Velia, is 4 ABY. So you're looking at, you know, a couple years after New Hope. And I wanted to put them in the same world if they ever did interact. Technically, Prii is 2 years older, so just for reference. But her full story is as follows. And then I guess, I don't know, trigger warning. Yeah. Twi'leks kind of come with some unfortunate baggage, given where they are canonically within the Star Wars universe. So, trigger warning, slavery. But that plays into both of their backstories. But we'll get there. So Prii's mother was unknowingly pregnant when she was purchased by a Coruscanti of average means. Their owner was unable to keep mother and child, so Prii was traded to an unscrupulous shopkeep when she was a young child. She barely remembers her mother and never knew her clan name. The underworld raised her to value credits and self-preservation by any means necessary. After saving more than what she was worth as a servant, she bought her own freedom. Now with her own shop in the Uskru Entertainment District, she sells a variety of items and services, some more legal than others. So that is where Prii is currently within the state of things. So she is a merchant by trade, and a little bit of an information broker, a little bit of a slicer. Jay, are there happy Twi'leks in universe? I mean, there's some. I did write a little something, not like a full story, but just kind of a little bit of a dialogue, because dialogue always comes to me the strongest versus like setting. I can world build so that I have like my basis of everything and my context for everything, but I need a little bit more. Usually with dialogue, I'm pretty strong. So there is something that I wrote where she was talking to someone else that was kind of giving her a little bit, not a hard time, but like that, a little bit of a patronizing, like, you don't have to take this path. And she kind of like claps back with like, not everyone can be a Syndulla. So sorry, like, this is my reality. This is my world. This is what raised me. And understanding that versus understanding what is right and what is ethical are two very different things. So, yeah, Jay, I write to canon, and I think that it is not. I think it's good to explore things even if they are not good or uncomfortable for the sake of the narrative, just because in real life, not every narrative is good. And, you know, when you talk about like your antagonist and your protagonist and like us versus them, I've always really liked to get into that and to see where it starts to fall apart and what could rebuild it. And so it's like, yeah, like Twi'leks are, oh, they're beautiful, they're graceful, they're dancers and all this other stuff. And it's like, yeah, that's true. And obviously we have, again, she mentions the Syndulas by name and like that clan and having a place and position and having a legacy. But it is a very polarizing life, like, especially for a female Twi'lek. Like, sure, we get Bib Fortuna and, you know, a handful of other, like, sprinkled in male Twi'leks within, what, Mandalorian and, you know, what, Book of Boba Fett. They show a couple. But for the most part, it's not the greatest. And I don't mind shying away from that because it is still very good storytelling. At the very least, if not interesting, then a cautionary tale, or some metaphors that you can derive from that you can kind of break down in your own way, whatever that looks like for you. Walls, they have their dark side. Indeed they do. Indeed they do. Blood Moon mission was happy for the most part. Jay, my limited understanding of the Twi'leks is similar to that of the Orion slave girls before Enterprise and Lower Decks. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And it is a very complex topic, which I like, because I do think that it's interesting. I think that it's like, oh, dark side, light side, good, bad, we got it locked in. It's just not realistic. And that's why people like these characters. Why do people like Darth Vader / Anakin? It's the slash part. Because you see someone that started on one path and ended up on another, and you see why. Magneto starts on one path and ends up on another. You see why. And when any type of antagonist or any type of character is fueled by something that is relevant and that is interesting and that is understandable, you're dealing with a different type of character. I've talked about this before in kind of in passing, but just in general, why I tend to gravitate towards villains and why a lot of people gravitate towards villain is because they are the only character within the structure of storytelling that has motive. Now, that might isolate some people, but hear me out. The hero's role is to do what? To vanquish the evil. Great. We love it. We love a good hero. We love a hero's story. We love a hero's journey. But their MO will always be the same. And it's a passive one. There's no action that they're taking. They're just saying, hey, whatever rises up that's bad, we're going to shut it down. And that's great. But that means that they don't have any impetus to move on their own. Whereas a villain has a reason. So they have their why, they have their execution, and then their resolution. Where does that path take them? Do they stay on it? Do they go worse? Do they have a redemption? What does that look like? So villains just being, or your antagonist just being the friction in your story, in the structure of basic storytelling, is just always more interesting to me. Because the hero will always just be, what's your job? To overcome the bad. But the bad needs something to be bad. Does that make sense? Uberdead, there's a lot of gray areas in everyone's story. Yes. And then that's where you get your third option, which I always love the third option because I don't like an ultimatum. And that's your antihero. You know, people that do the right thing in the wrong way, that do the wrong thing in a right way, or that do a little bit of both. And those types of characters are always the ones that typically stick around in people's minds, more so the ones that are just like, you don't want a complete Boy Scout, and you don't want a complete, I'm evil for the sake of being evil, cackling, twirling my mustache. Like, okay, because in both cases, you know exactly what they're gonna do. And that's not interesting. They've spoiled the story for you just by existing. So, for characters, or even worlds, because I would argue that Coruscant and its structure, on its own, like as an environment, is almost a dynamic character, because it is literally layered. We see who sees the surface and what it takes to get that position, who's in the middle, and who's at the bottom. And that is interesting to me. I like breaking that down because it is a little bit of a mirror to our own world. I will forever be upset that they've scrapped the Underground 1313 game. The little bits that have come out from that, I swoon over them. Because it's just so rich in potential and something that is just completely enjoyable. And I could just get lost in that forever. Walls, you say the Victor Von Doom backstory is why I don't want Stark Doom. 100%. That's why a lot of people don't want it. God. And Jay, yes, you agree. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. That would have been so interesting. And it's something that we haven't seen already. And when you look at a franchise like Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who, these since the 60s and 70s franchises, like, they're old. They have been around for a long time. Why would you want to continue to go into the same territory when you could have something different and explore an area that people like that they haven't seen before? Like, it blows my mind like that you would just want to reserve that for like Legends and like extended universe stuff. Anyway, I know I got on a little bit of a tangent there, but that was the Jim Beam talking. Just like, speak your truth. And I'm like, I'm talking about how much I love it. So back to Prii, our wonderful Prii. I'll get a different picture so we can have a nice visual for our girl. Oh, I do like this one. This one is a nice one. So her occupation, like I said, she is a merchant / slicer, depending on who you are. Personality, outgoing, materialistic, hedonistic. She is of the mind frame of get them before they get me, but I'm here for a good time. I'm not here for a long time. Because growing up in these lower levels and her very existence just shows that it's temporary. Any alliance that you have today could be your betrayer tomorrow. So eat, drink, and be merry. Very much her mindset. The alluring part of her personality, she definitely leans into, but it is 100% a performance, because she knows what works, because at the end of the day, she's a businessman, business alien, and that type of relationship that she has with just strangers and the public and people in general, what they think of her in particular, what they think of Twi'leks in particular, what they think of female Twi'leks in particular, is very much on her mind. Jay, go the heck off. Oh, I'm going off. Uber Dead, your happy accidents tangent with discussion. Well, that's why we're here. I mean, that's what it's all about. So that's very much the mindset that she is coming from. She's riding the bomb in Doctor Strangelove. That's where her mindset is at. Alignment, I feel like this is just a good barometer for characters. I always throw an alignment chart on there, even if they're obviously not like a D&D or like tabletop character. Her alignment is chaotic neutral through and through. Easy. For reference, Velia, lawful good. Very different. And that clash would be in that type of fixture. That fixture of morality and reality. And Prii is very much a realist, and I think that comes out with a lot of the things that she does and then the way that she does it. I also, this is more of like the cosplay visual side, I did a breakdown of clothing style for each of them just to kind of like sort the differences, so I won't get into Velia's, but clothing style for Prii, she likes her cutout pants, she likes strappy things, she likes flashy things. Again, she's the showman. She's, you know, like your bard type, but with sales. She wants to make the sale. She's your ABC, you know. You are always selling, you are always on. She is your Glengarry Glen Ross. 100% where she is at. She has a color palette, as you can see, white, gold, beige, red, violet. Red violet is the complementary color to mint. So obviously complementing her skin, which is a deliberate and a specific choice that she uses. For notable items or features, she always has like a pouch or bag on her. It's for stealing. Again, get them before they can get you. She always has a lot of jewelry on her, if not for the persona of being the fabulous, the Tammy Faye Baker of the underworld. You're going to be looking at something that she can use to barter if things ever go sideways. So she's got her, you know, open jacket and a couple of Rolexes in there if things ever go bad, because she knows at the end of the day she's going to need something to barter with, because she is in reality a bargaining piece herself, because she was bought, or her mother was. And then weapons, I do have these, and I've never taken any pictures with them, which is a crime. She has a vibro knife, and she has a data spike on her always, because again, being a slicer, so having that type of readiness is very much in her mentality. She is always planned for the worst case scenario, A, B, and C. Uber Dead, painting the picture with prospect in pitch. Yes. She's got an elevator pitch for everything at any time. She's ready. Mesto, Sarah the Twi'lek. Indeed. One of the Twi'leks. Just one of them. So yeah, and then I did write down some of the things that she deals with. She's not above dealing in spice. Again, she knows the complications of her homeworld of Ryloth, and that being one of the exports, in addition to, you know, people. So in particular, for those that are deep lore Star Wars fans, tell me how many drugs you know. Specifically, Gree, Giggle Dust, Andrus, Carpo, Carsnum, Corellian Sunburst, that's a fun color, Gulia, G. Kiranit, forget my pronunciation on that one, Neutron Pixie, Lasai, Yarlock, Marvin Cat Spice, Glitter Stem, Glitterill, Death Sticks, you know that one, Rill, also another common one, Sniff, Ingspice, and Eldritz. So tell me, how much of a Star Wars stoner are you? How many did you recognize? I wanted to write them down and put those in with her character just to show the extensive nature of what she does. It's not just like a, you know, obviously like, I've got a couple death sticks, you want in? She's not your under the bleachers dealer. She's very much in deep with that side, but as much as like the information side. Something that I wanted to note in particular is just that she is not, she's not against the Jedi, the New Republic, but she's not exactly for them either. In her mind, she's like, okay, great, you took over the tyrants, but that hasn't changed anything for us down here. So she has a little bit of a sanctimonious opinion of like, okay, great, not one for dictatorship, love that, but what about us on either planet and all across the galaxy? So she's got a little bit of a chip on her shoulder for that when it comes to Jedi. So would she potentially be an adversary? Maybe, because she hasn't seen enough to prove otherwise, not explicitly. So that type of relationship, I think is interesting, to find the people that are in between and the people that are living in the galaxy that aren't specifically touched by really either party, you know, either the Empire or the New Republic, and like what life looks like when you're not explicitly affected. Blood Moon has so much lore. I went into it really deep, and it feels good to talk about because it's been a while. Nesto, how heavy is the headgear? Always wondered that. I'll bring them out for a little bit. Prees are definitely heavier than Velias because, one, they're longer. Also, they are made of silicone, and Velias are latex. The silicone has some more weight to it. It moves nice. It folds nice. So that's why I really like the picture where I have them over her shoulder, because you can kind of see that bend and that flexibility. I would say that, I don't know how much, maybe 2 pounds, but 2 pounds on your head is a very different story than holding 2 pounds. The headband definitely keeps everything in place. But if I have my Leku just down, so if the head tails are just down, they will start to kind of shift back after a while. So having them over the shoulder does like look nice, but it does also relieve some of the weight from it just sliding back on my head. Jay, respectfully, but I'd love to play some matter of RPG with this character. They're interesting. That's 100% respectful and valid. I mean, that's what I'm doing. Every time I get into costume, yeah, I am cosplaying. I am costume play, 100%. Uber Dead, this Squishmallow has to roll himself to bed. Oh no. Well, get to sleep, rest easy, and have wonderful dreams. And thank you for the birthday wishes. On Wednesday, I shall level up. I shall advance. My armor will become greater. And I don't know, maybe I'll change the font in my name. Blood Moon, when Knights of the Old Republic came out, I was young enough to not understand that spice was a drug and was confused why seasonings were illegal. Mrs. Dash, how dare you? That's so funny. Oh my god. Jay, this is the best part of Star Wars. This is the best part of Star Wars universe that they barely touched on in the canonical works. The people in the middle that have the most interesting stories. Yes. Oh, interesting, which is why Solo is one of my favorite movies. Okay. Interesting. So, full disclosure, the movie was not for me, but the setting and the people, from that perspective, completely understand. Completely understand. And I think that's why I've always liked, again, that third option, those third space people of like, the Empire, the rebels, but what about the smugglers? And what about literally everybody that was in between that wasn't doing one thing one way or another, that were just trying to survive on a world with like 4 suns? That's interesting to me. Nesto, oh, that's smart. I like choices that are both functional and stylish. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, and they are not meant to be like complete opposites. Again, I made Velia years before I made Prii, but I was like, I obviously don't want to make the same character twice, but I don't want to make something that's just like, oh, this is just Bizarro world Velia, and like where Velia cares about people, Prii doesn't. So it's not as simple and as like one-sided as that, but I really just wanted to frame it with regard to their different backstories and what their perceptions were and how they kind of come together, and you know, just speak a little bit about privilege and circumstance, and how you can be the same type of person, but depending on where, but also when your story starts, it's going to give you a completely different frame of mind. Jay, Solo put forth a crime drama that had very personal stakes, not the potential end of the universe. Just one asshole. And he also made friends with this furry guy. Yeah. And I think that's good, and that's so key to why, like in the original trilogy, why the trio work so well. Like you get Luke being just a dude to coming into this role in this world and going on the quintessential hero's journey. Leia's story of being a princess, being prepped for being general, and this type of political power and that type of lifestyle, and that is so interesting. And then the fact that obviously it's like, oh, you get like the familial connection, and it's just like they are literally had the same start at the very, very, very beginning, but went such different directions. And then you have Han that's like, I kind of make my own path, and I can kind of see the advantage of both types of power and can kind of fit in between. And they braid so nicely. So here am I with my hot take of the day. Star Wars is a cool movie and a good story. I wonder if it'll catch on. Jay, the constant multiplication of stakes really became tiring in 7 to 9. Yep. Yeah, no, it became an anime, you know, when everybody's power level keeps going up, and when there's no cap on anything. Like, a good story can end, and that's okay. But people like money did not end, so here we are. And as one of the biggest fans of Kylo, I'll say it with my full chest, one of the most upsetting things is how you can see within a story that has been overmined and over what would it be, focus grouped to hell and back, when you do see a sliver of something that is good and that has potential, and then you just throw it away, makes me crazy. Makes me absolutely crazy. So I can see past a lot of that and see the good in that. as well as, again, looking back to like legend stuff and like EU stuff where it's like, oh yeah, there's stories that are definitely there. And we're lucky enough that we got things like Rebels and those sorts of stories that were outside of the Skywalker family. Star Wars movies specifically became so focused on being a soap opera in the truest sense of the word, that it lost the plot. And if they were going to commit to the family, why would you fumble on the one who is the actual last Skywalker? I can't deal with it. I'm getting upset. I'm getting very upset. Jay, it's good. I keep and love my laser discs of the original trilogy. Jay, the Kylo Ren story felt agonizingly focus grouped. Yeah, because it was. And not just for Force Awakens. I give Force Awakens not a full pass, but I look the other way at Force Awakens. Because I'm like, okay, it's been, because that was now 10 years ago. It was 2015 when that came out. And since then, we hadn't had anything since, what was Revenge of the Sith was 2005? So it had been 10 years since the last Star Wars film, period. Which was the end of the prequel that led us to the beginning of the original trilogy. And now we're at the sequel trilogy. And it is sort of a half-life retelling of where we were in the original trilogy. There was a lot going on. That was the choice, to do a soft reboot, but not. I kind of looked the other way. But in between, Last Jedi and definitely Rise of Skywalker, they listened to any and every stupid voice in their ear and just went off the rails. Absolutely off the rails. Nesta, Revan is my favorite character. Absolutely excellent choice. Because it was too cool to see a Jedi walk the path of the Sith and then back to forge his own path that was morally gray. And then went on to basically create his own trope that in turn got run into the ground by people that didn't understand it, which is also heartbreaking. Like how many... I'm trying to think of like a similar thing. I'm thinking of Drizzt. And it's like after his story like came out and, you know, he became popular, it was like, oh, everybody wanted to have like their one exception character. Well, I know that normally this society is like, but my... And it ended up like undoing everything that made that one character special to begin with. So it's that type of treatment. But that doesn't mean that those characters should be overlooked for what they did, for the path that they blazed to make that an archetype, to make that a genre of storytelling within a very well established and fully fleshed out IP. Blood Moon, you are 100% right. The trilogy did Luke so dirty. My biggest anger with the sequel trilogy is the fact that no one comes out unscathed. No one. No character, new or recurring classic, is done well in any of the movies in the sequel trilogy. Like, no one. I guess BB-8 is okay. Everybody else is just, you know, on puppet strings, and I feel bad for them because they all had such potential to shine and to be something that was enough of a ghost of the original trilogy, but to resurrect the joy that made those characters special to begin with. And what made them special to begin with is standing on their own two damn feet. Let me say, ad break is coming. I'll be here. You guys, I'm getting so heated. Okay, Nesto, you agree. Thank you. This feels so good to get off my chest. I didn't know that we would go here. I didn't know it would go this way. But whenever I do talk about Star Wars, it tends to happen. God, yeah, it's just like... I think the Star Wars fandom is... it's interesting. It's a special set of people. And I do think it is funny that it's just kind of like a known thing of like, oh yeah, Star Wars fans hate Star Wars. And they hate each other. And I'm like, well, we can't have nice things. But when you do find your people, you guys are 100% my people. And I know that there's others that are in a silent majority that are like, we can talk about this thing and we can like it. And you can understand sifting through potential, sifting through producer meddling, studio meddling, internet meddling now, to see what could have been and to want that other option, to want what could have been. Jay, you say, I'm not mad with the whole Force-inspired cycle thing, and I'm not a Twitter user that got mad that there was a black guy and a woman and an Asian character. I hate those movies for so many other reasons other than the typical internet shed ones. 100%. And here's the thing, everybody here is like normal and no one thought that. Like my issues are with the characters, and it's not that shield type of argument for those people that do have issues with those things, and they say, but I just want the character written well. But I'd really like if they looked like me. Welcome back, everybody, from the ad. We're still mad at Star Wars, and we're still going to end on this heated note. This is my heated rivalry. It's me being mad at Star Wars. But it is hiding behind that and then putting these characters on these impossible levels of what if, and this is what should have happened, when that is their real beef. But you can always tell the difference between those two. No one ever thought that for you. It's the fact that, hey, it doesn't matter that this character's got a couple extra spoonfuls of melanin in him. It's like, hey, this is the one character that actually has a different plot line that we haven't seen in 40 some odd years of a reformed stormtrooper that's Force sensitive, and you're gonna sideline this person? Then why did you put him there? Why did you set him up for something that was interesting, for an arc that was different? Just to be like, well, we don't even want to put his face on the posters in China because, well, what are you doing? So that's just extremely frustrating. But I mean, it's literally everyone. Luke, like, the guy. And you're like, let's just make him a reclusive weirdo that's just gonna drink raw milk straight from the teat and completely disassociate from who he was. Okay. So I'm like, well, I guess if you know, Luke the man Skywalker doesn't emerge unscathed, then there's no hope for everybody else. So Blood Moon, the fact that they also claimed to have no work to reference when creating it was just so frustrating. Like they didn't know. Jay, it's kind of like how I didn't like Star Trek Academy, but not because there was a gay Klingon in a skirt and a black hologram. I liked them, but they were written to be wildly annoying teenagers. You know what I hate? Teenagers. Do you know who's actually not annoying in real life? Teenagers. This is my wild card that I'm... Oh my god. We're going a little bit over time, but I have some things to say. In real life, kids are not as obnoxious as adults writing teenagers. And I feel like adults that want to like capture this weird sort of high school mentality actually forget that most kids do have a clue. Like, yes, they're not mature, they're not adults, but they are not toddlers either. And I mean, we trust them enough to get behind the wheel of a ton machine, but we can't trust them to be insightful and to have awareness and to have judgment. Yeah, there's lapses, but you're telling me that there's no adults that make bad decisions, that do things that are completely out of pocket when they should know better? So no, I'm here to put some respect on teenagers. Not all of them are ridiculous, and a lot of them are exceedingly mature and not annoying. So in media, when it comes to teenagers, it's the adults that are writing them that are completely cringe and completely like disassociated when they don't realize that they're not actually that different, especially when you're looking at a society that is very different from ours and with a completely different palette of information that they have access to. And you know, you're expecting them to be like, parents just don't understand, I don't get it, like what is this? Like that whole like early 2000s ABC Family archetype needs to stay where it is because it's not real. As a teenager, I was like, no one acts like this. This is dumb. So that's just my own perspective on that. I know I just went off a little bit on that, but yeah, bad writing is bad writing. And that's not to say that, oh, because a character is underrepresented, they need to be, you know, someone that is on par with like this Shakespearean level. They need to be on par with a character in the Iliad and these great heights. It's like, no, just write them the same way. One of my favorite references is the fact that Ripley from Alien, her role was written for a man. And the script did not change when Sigourney was cast. And you know what happened? Nothing. It was a great story because it was a good character and it was good writing. That's all it takes. That's all it takes, folks. Easy. Easy. Nesta, wasted potential is probably my most hated archetype. Speak, my friend. Speak. 100%. I will say, just getting back to Kylo in particular, because I do have my predilections. For anyone that is reading Legacy of Vader, which is a Kylo comic, I would have preferred that 800% and 800 times over what we got in the story. We actually get an explanation for the House of Ren, for the Knights of Ren. So, bonus, they're not just like a group that's haphazardly mentioned. We actually get character development that stands alone and that is fulfilling. So if you actually want some good Kylo Ren content or some good Star Wars content, I highly recommend that. I mean, it took, 7 years and a comic to get the story out, but here we are. Here we are. Blood Moon literally went, this is the shit, the moment that they had Luke toss his lightsaber away. Yeah. It's like, yep. Trash. Trash. Hate it. Hate it. Jay, thank you for confirming my decisions. Thank you. Somehow Toss wrote better angsty teens in the 60s than Academy. Yes, because they wrote them as people, and it was a different type of writing style that was not hinged on marketing and buzzwords. And I would argue that maybe teenagers in the 60s were a little bit more mature, just overall, not to say and go back on everything that I just tiraded on before. But I mean, it is a completely different lifestyle. completely different expectations. I mean, what, 64 toss, and then a couple years later, we're sending off kids to Vietnam. You know, the mindset and the structure of society at that time was so different. So, yeah, the teenagers are going to be written differently, and the writing styles aren't going to be affected by outside things like focus groups and, well, this is the story that we want to tell, but will it sell in this market? Is this marketable? Can we make merchandise from this? Could this be a Halloween costume? Let's see. And getting passed through all these different levels of filtering and revisions. You know, it's like playing a game of telephone where, like, you say the word, phrase, I love wine, and then it comes back to me as I hate Wayne. And I'm like, how did we get here? That's what it's like. Jay, as far as I know, none of the roles in the original Alien script were gendered. Well, same thing. I was under the impression, but I could definitely be wrong, that it was written for a male role. But it still stands 100% if it was just like astronaut. And that's it. Whoever fits the bill, fits the bill. You put on the suit. Done. Lydia, I hate gender. Gender's not real. No, it's just like, just tell your story. Tell your story. Be like, well, we're going to write this for a lady astronaut. And it's like, as she traipsed through the ship, her breasts bouncing. Like, that's it. That's like how some of these things are written. It's like, oh my God. But I'm not going to lie, like the boob thing. Very true. Blood Moon, you're laughing. Thank you. But it's true though. Like, there was a God, it was some excerpt from something. This was a book. And it was a writer writing for a female character in the most, like, unhinged way. And I was fascinated because I'm like, wait, do I need to be more aware of my boobs? Because I feel like I should, because I'm like, I can't make any decisions because boobs. And then I was walking and my boobs were boobing. Yes, Jay, as her boobs boobed boobily through the airlock, 100%. Blood Moon, she doesn't have a manicure because she's not like other girls. Ugh, and I hate that rhetoric too. Make me puke in my wine. Jeez. Lydia, damn female character, you're Bobby S. Bobby S. You're boobining. But yeah, it's like, just tell, like, because for a male character, like, I don't want to hear, like, and he rearranged himself for this reason. Like, just tell the story. Don't make it so weird. And I don't know why people get hung up on it. And, you know, some authors will get in the ring and they'll just be like, well, yeah, well, I want to be able to, you know, make sure that, like, the audience knows that this is a part of the character. And it's like, yeah, but that's not the struggle. The point is, like, I'm on a ship with an alien that's going to eat me. It literally doesn't matter anything else. Like, do you have weapons? And do you have, like, training to defeat the thing? Okay, great. Let's go with that. That's the only information that we need. We do not need to go anywhere else. Jane, don't get me wrong. I'm the greatest fan of boobs, but come on. Yeah, like, if this is the bikini judging contest movie, sure, go ahead, throw them out there. But, like, in anything else, like, why is this happening? Boobs getting in the way of fighting an alien sounds like it'd be a parody movie. Yeah, no, it's scary movie territory, 100%. Lydia, she's so quirky. God. Ugh, I hate that. I hate that archetype so much. Because it's like, okay, so what are you actually saying when you're like, I'm not like other girls? What are you actually saying? What are you really saying? I'm here to sell out people and undermine them in order to appease whoever is hearing me right now. That's what that sounds like. What? Keep it. Lydia also sounds like some creepy director's barely disguised fetish. Well, Lydia, I'm gonna come clean. The fetish is mine for the xenomorphs, so I'm just gonna out myself on that one. Okay? Okay, fine. Fine, you got me. You got me before my birthday. She's into aliens. Yeah, I am. And what of it? Jay, Galaxy Quest did the best parody of this, 100%. And that's why Galaxy Quest is a fantastic movie. And what actress? Perfect. Flawless. Lydia, I'm not like other girls. I'm worse. Absolutely. Oh, I had no idea for knowing you that the past 25 years. Oh no, my secret's out. I'm so sorry you had to find out this way. Blood Moon. The xenomorph's boobs boobed boobily. Her boobed addily. It's not even an but you know what I mean. You know what I'm getting at. Also, I like that I just kept boob as like a verb, even when referring to the second extending mouth. Ay, ay, ay. You know, that's the type of party that we're having. This is what happens when you let me go 18 minutes over time and having a shot of bourbon and this was my second glass of wine. Jay, boob is a great verb. Listen, if we ever do Mad Libs on the channel, boob is a verb. Boobily is an adverb. Boobing, present tense. Boobed, past tense. Boobs, just as the noun, just boobs. The classic. Boobity, boobity. Boobity. Lydia, I just imagine a xenomorph with some big naturals. You know they would be fantastic, too. Just like, lifts and separates. Well, it would be lift and separated because of the gravity, or lack thereof. They see me boobing. They hate it. I would say baiting, but you know. Too soon. Sarah, you've gone off the rails. You've gone off the rails. For everyone lurking in the chat, or on the stream, I thank you and I also apologize, but I just have to be me. I just have to be me. Lydia, the xenomorph's only weakness is back pain from lugging them bangs around. Those tig old bitties. It's like, that's why she's got the tail, just to like balance that out, just to keep that spine where it needs to be. Blood Moon, you don't understand. Lydia's the funniest, like one of the funniest people that like I've ever met. Like, absolutely. But Lydia, your mom also cracks me up. So like, I absolutely have to share. You have to share the crown with your mom because she kills me. I get my humor from my mom, absolutely. Yes. Queens. Ninja, you giving me the bonk? I've gone too far. I've gone too far. For anyone that I might see in person at a con, I give you full permission to just give me a verbal bonk and be like, what the hell you doing? Like, listen, I speak from my heart, okay? Walls, it has been enjoyable watching Sarah's therapy session. Listen, it's so true. I got to have a nice drink, talk with friends, yell about Star Wars, say some very correct things and some very off the wall things, and just speak my truth. So I'm very glad. Oh my god. But I know it is getting late for our East Coasters, even for our West Coasters. It's a school night. So I will prepare to bid everyone adieu. And thank you all so much for making me feel so much better. I'm not gonna lie, when I started the stream, I was not in an ideal place. But now, my friends, I am in a boobtastic place. And I owe it all to you. So I thank you. I appreciate you. It was wonderful to chat. Thank you so much. And we will do this again. I don't think I'm going to cancel Thursday's stream. I don't think. So I'll see you this week. If I do cancel, I will definitely update on Twitch and throw it in the Discord as well, so everyone has a heads up. But until then, boob night. I mean, good night. Thank you, Lydia, Blood Moon. Have a good rest of your night and have a wonderful birthday. Thank you, my friend. Have a wonderful night as well. And I will see you guys when I have leveled up and when I have ascended to another boobtastic year. Thank you.